All right, now that you have a clear picture of your life, your goals, and what you need, let's look at how your business actually works. This is where we take your idea, or maybe a few ideas, and start shaping them into something real, something that makes sense both on paper and in real life. We're using the same workbook from the last video, and in this section, we'll start mapping out how your business operates, what it does, what it sells, how it earns money, and what it takes to keep it running. We're going to use a bookkeeping business as our example, because that's the kind of business we originally started. But the same idea applies no matter what type of business you're building. When you're filling this out, try to base your answers on something real. It's not about perfection. It's about creating a plan that's grounded enough to be useful when we test it out later. You can look at what others in your industry charge, what similar products sell for, or what typical costs could look like. That research gives you a starting point. And if your offer is unique or adds more value, you can absolutely price above the market. Let's start simple. What does your business do? If someone asked you what your business is about, what would you tell them? It doesn't need to sound fancy. It just needs to be clear and specific. For example, I help small businesses keep their books organized and up to date. Or I make handmade dog collars. Or I run a small coffee shop that serves locally roasted coffee and breakfast sandwiches. That one-line explanation will become the base for everything else. Your offers, pricing, and even how you talk about your business later on. Next, let's get specific about what you actually sell. The services, products, or packages that bring in money. In a bookkeeping business, that might look like monthly bookkeeping services, payroll, or cleanup projects. For you, it could be anything from digital products to consulting packages to handmade goods. Write down each one with a short description and a price that feels realistic for now. You don't need to be exact, just make sure it makes sense for the value you're providing. If you offer something your competitors don't, like faster turnaround, more personalized support, or added features, that can justify higher pricing. We'll plug these numbers later into your 2-year freedom plan to see how everything adds up. Now that you know what you sell, let's zoom out for a second. Your business doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's part of a bigger market. Take a look around. Who else offers something similar? Or what other options could your clients choose if it wasn't you? This isn't about copying anyone. It's about understanding the landscape you're stepping into. See what others are doing well and where you notice gaps or opportunities they're missing. Then think about what makes you different or what could set you apart. For example, in our bookkeeping business, we wanted to be known for making everything feel simple and stress-free. We wanted clients to feel confident and supported, not confused by the process. That became our edge, not being the cheapest, but being the easiest to work with. Now zoom out even further and look at your industry as a whole. Are there any trends or shifts, like new tech, automation, or changing client needs that are opening up new opportunities? And how crowded is your space? If it feels saturated, where's the gap that no one's filling yet? Grounding your plan into the real world like this keeps it practical. It helps you see where your business actually fits, how to stand out in a meaningful way, and what opportunities might be waiting that others haven't noticed yet. Now that you know what you sell and where you fit, let's talk about how people actually pay you. Who's buying this and what do they care about? In our bookkeeping business, our clients were small business owners who felt stressed or disorganized when it came to their numbers. What we really gave them wasn't just clean books. It was peace of mind and confidence in their business. Think about that same shift for what you do. What stressful emotions are people trying to get away from? And how do they want to feel after working with you or buying from you? You're not just selling a service or a thing. You're selling a result. Next, think about how your customers actually find you. Is it through referrals, social media, ads, a website, or local visibility? Each business is different, and the path to finding clients can affect how quickly you can grow. Finally, let's think about capacity. With your current setup, how many clients or sales could you handle comfortably each month? This is just your starting place. And with software, team members, more locations, or better workflows, that number can grow later. It's simply an understanding of where you're starting from and what limits growth right now. For us in bookkeeping, it was hours in the day. For our courses, it's finding new people who haven't heard of us yet. Every business has 2 main types of costs: setup and ongoing. Setup costs are the one-time things you need to get started. Maybe a computer, your business registration, a website, or branding. Ongoing costs are the ones that repeat each month. Things like software, rent, subscriptions, internet, insurance, or bookkeeping. You don't need to have every number down to the dollar, but try to get close. The more realistic your numbers, the more the plan will reflect what it actually takes to run your business. Now, let's look at the costs that only happen when you make a sale. the ones that rise and fall with your revenue. If you build custom tables, it's your materials, the wood, the hardware, the finish. In our bookkeeping business, it was the QuickBooks Online subscription we paid for each new client. If you sell physical products, it might be the product itself or the packaging. These are your per sale costs. They show what it actually costs to make or deliver what you sell. So over time, you can see which parts of your business are truly profitable and which ones just keep you busy. Once you finish this section, you'll have a realistic snapshot of how your business runs, what it does, what it sells, and what it costs to keep going. In the next video, we're going to take everything you've written down so far and plug it into your 2-year freedom plan. That's where you'll see how all of this fits together and what might need a little adjusting to make sure it works in real life.